Steve here with Table Rock Tea Company. Well, Happy New Year, everybody, and thanks for making 2023 so great. We are already starting 24 with a bang. Super busy in a very good way. This video is probably one of the most important videos you will hear if you are thinking of starting your own tea company. And that means if you're just thinking about even buying ingredients, blending, putting them in a package and making, just little tea blends, whatever, this is going to be super important. Now, what I'm about to say in this video, I know will actually tick off a lot of industry professionals, and I really don't care because I feel so strongly about this and it's so important. So the topic is about tea blending, in particular, owning your recipes. Now, for many of you, you may know us as Table Rock Tea Company, where we're the agritourism farm. We grow tea. It's super rare in the U.S. We make our own tea, our own brand, all of that. But what some of you might not know is that we are a pretty significant co-packer. So we have clients all across the country. We have maybe like at any given time 50 to 100 tea and herb companies that we mill and process and blend and package and all that kind of stuff for, all under non-disclosures, and we keep their stuff secrets and all that kind of stuff. But lately we've had a string of folks that are looking to change up their business model. And so they have maybe worked with another co-packer, or they worked with somebody that helped them create a tea blend. And now that they're trying to change things, they're not allowed to have their recipes. That is a huge problem. Now, the typical scenario goes like this. You are somebody, say, in your home, and you come up with this great idea for a tea brand, and it's got a unique twist to it, and you think you can make a little business out of it, but you don't really know that much about tea, and you don't know about the ingredients or the sourcing materials or packaging, and you're not a USDA certified kitchen, so you find somebody that will create a blend for you. Okay, so you talk to them and you say, hey, I want a tea that's kind of got some of this flavor, some of that flavor. Can you create that for me? They say, fine, sure. Next thing you know, maybe that brand starts to gain a little bit of traction and you're thinking, okay, well, I can make a little business out of this, but ingredients and stuff, it's a little expensive. I think I'm going to shop around maybe for a different way to blend it. Maybe I'll blend it at home myself, use a commercial kitchen. I'm not sure. So you go to that person or that company that made your blend and you say, hey, I need my recipe because I need to work on stuff. And what do they tell you? Sorry, but we own the recipe. We're not going to disclose that to you, even though you paid for it. If you are presented with that kind of scenario, run away as fast as you can. Now, most of the time, they won't tell you that up front when you're working on the contract. So make sure that you ask those questions. Now, I know that some of the people listening to this video or watching this video are folks in the industry who are doing those kind of blending agreements. What I will tell you is stop doing that. I have so much disrespect for that practice, it is not even funny. Like, that is something where if we know that that's your modus operandi, we won't send clients to you. Promise you that. That is a practice that I think is just inherently evil, okay? If somebody pays you to create a blend for them, they own that blend. The other thing is, and maybe this is probably why they don't give you the blend, is they'll tell you that it's exclusive to you, but then they'll use that same blend for 10 other clients. They might tweak it like by a percentage here or there, but for the most part, the nuts and bolts are pretty much the same. Your Earl Grey is just like their Earl Grey, only they, up and down a little bit on the bergamot. Not really a big deal, So you don't really have a proprietary blend. That happens more often than you'd think. So this was a video that I really hesitated to make because, again, I know that it's going to tick some people off in the industry. But I feel so strongly about it. And we work with so many clients that come to us and they're totally new, they're wide-eyed and they just think, oh, we're going to do this great thing. And then they end up down the road being backed into a corner. And then they start asking folks like us, like, hey, can you, reverse engineer my recipe? We don't do that kind of thing. I always tell them, look, get your recipe, do whatever it takes to gain control of your recipe, we can help you kind of formulate another one, but make sure that you own it. So anyhow, if you are thinking about getting into that kind of a tea business, just be aware that those kind of games are out there, and they're not uncommon. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to help you wade through the muck and the mire of that. And we hope that we can be a good co-packer for you if you're looking for that kind of service. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned to see what else is brewing here at Table Rock Tea Company.